All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I've got a big smile on my face. I hope you've got one as well. So, we're going to cover a few that we've been actually looking at recently, and they are doing what they needed to do. All right, NVOS, today was a beautiful day. Gaps up, right? Like, not even a momentary wick. Just sweet Jesus, beautiful, right? Like, I'll get into the details more, obviously, right? OUST. Oh, I'm so excited to talk about OUST. What a sexy, sexy move today. And yeah, it feels good to be positive. It feels good to, like, you know, want to put all my money. And I really look, I have already. I'll be real honest with you. I'm not a big fan of telling you all what I do with my money, right? But like, yeah, every single penny I have is in the market, and it has been for a minute. You know, I'm a little heavy on tech. I love me the tech. Nasdaq's been doing well, and NVOS is clearly not that, right? But again, just whoo, times are good, baby. And look, I'm not here pretending it might not be bad later on, but I've said it, it's my golden rule number one, all right? When the market's good, your job is to not do good. Your job is to crush it. It's to do great, all right? And gosh, I hope you guys and gals are making some fat money. For real. These double digit daily days, I hope they're here for a minute. I swear, I hope I can catch as many of them as I can. Don't feel too bad if you don't, right? Because again, it seems like things are good for a minute. So again, a little bit more of a rah-rah than I normally do, but shit, like these are good tickers to look at, all right? Let's do it. But before we do, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly. So this thing is setting up short term. We do have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, share with your people, comment good or bad. I can't believe I now have a second request to show my face. It's really, really funny. Show my face, show my name, whatever, right? I do want to do that soon. I'll be honest with you. I've got a full-time job, and I'm like kind of afraid they're going to fire my ass if they like find out I'm doing this shit. You know what I mean? But hey, nonetheless, I love you all, and I love doing this. So let's get into it, all right? NVOS. Listen, I normally talk about confirmation. A gap up after the break, oh my God, that alone. Look, close matters a lot, all right? And sometimes I break my own rules. I didn't want to wait. I bought some stairs. I did. I definitely, oh my God, I like averaging up. All right, I talk about that so much, and there you make a good move, you see it, keep doing it, and you average up, right? We're not buying on the average down, on the average down, on the average down, on the average down, on the nah. We're buying on the up, on the up, on the up, on the up. That's at least the goal, right? Do I do it right every time? No, right? I'd be living in a better part of LA if I did. But believe me, we're doing better than a lot of people, and it's not because of this. So there's obviously a lot of other reasons, right? But you get the point, right? So yeah, just average up when things are good, and man, things look good. And here's the thing, in my opinion, this doesn't even look like the best has happened. All right. Why am I saying that? MACD is just curving, right? It looks like it's ready to kind of make another move, and we're already in the positive. RSI is again just peaking, and that's a sexy number. Volume has gotten bigger every single day, right? What was this day? Let's look at the volume. 4.5 million over there near the bottom. Next day, what was it? 6.4. Next day, what was it? 7.7. Next day, what was it? 9.3. None of those days have even broken the 50 average, right? Like, this thing there, this can get better, this can get better, this can get better before I start to say, I think it's getting a little silly, and let's kind of bank some profits and stuff, right? But ooh, I like what I'm seeing. And again, look, I know it looks like the 8 moving average is going down, but remember, the 8 moving average moves that much, 3 times faster, right? Basic math, 8 times 3 is 24, right? So a little less, I almost said 21, I'm not gonna lie, that was some silliness right there. But this 20 going up, this 50 curving up, this 100 not going down and kind of starting to flatten out, that means way more to me than this 8 that's really quickly gonna curve too. But I love it, right? Like this, I'm telling you, I don't look. Am I talking about this gap fill just yet? No. Am I talking about the 200 at 48 cents yet? No. All right. But imagine if we can go from 17 to 29. All right, because look, this 29 will not be an easy break. We've only touched it once. All right, yeah, these ones also, but again, that's kind of like it's a little closer to the actual hat. But the actual gap line is not easy. And let's be honest, over the next coming times, again, I don't know how quickly we're going to get up here, right? But this 200 is going to keep coming down, and it's going to get close to this 29, making the 29 that much harder. All right, so I am not talking gap fill just yet. I'm not talking a dollar just yet, but I'm excited for what NVOS might do once this gets a little better, this gets a little better, and this gets a little better. You know what I mean? So beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh gosh, that's such a good weekly. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh, I got a good. See, these are the moments where I do wish I had my camera on. Like I want you guys to see me smile, right? Like this shit is good, baby. This shit is real good. So man, I try not to curse too, but it's hard to not curse when I'm happy. I'll tell you that. NVOS, I love it. I will be spending way too much time talking about how much I love it if I don't move on. So I love it. OUST. Okay, there is so much I like here. Okay, there's so much I like here. First and foremost, I swear on my mom. All right, and I got a video talking about how much I got scared on Friday. I was ready to sell because most of the time I'm putting a stop loss at the 50% candle, the next big one. We had the doji. I always say after the doji, the truth comes out. That wasn't quite it. That wasn't quite it. We've already come to 50%. That was ugly, right? I didn't sell a share. All right, I actually wish I averaged, like, I don't average down, I would still call this averaging up, right? But I wish I used this to like buy more because again, the 8 did the job, right? But I'll tell you, I think me not selling was enough for me to like, yes, I'll take that as a win, right? But this is why I talk about the 8 and the 20 so much. All right, there is a lot of really good justification to literally unload all your shares on this 519 death candle. That's a death candle, right? You've eaten most of this big one, right? We came all the way down to there, to here. What? Get out of here. We actually even wicked worse, coming all the way to the bottom. Come on, right? 8 moving average. I told my wife, I was like, look, I'm probably going to give up way too much and I'm going to feel real dumb, but oh, I'm glad. And this 23 burger tells me why. We've now broken the 50, first time in a good while, right? We've actually bounced on it once before. I'm not going to lie to you, right? My next thoughts are definitely 709, maybe this 744, but for sure 803 and then this 864, right? I'm not going to draw any new lines, right? But yeah, maybe this will do something, but baby, we're in a red till this. This is our next real plateau, and it also hits down here, right? And again, if this breaks, obviously we have 2 killer lines right here, but green, red, green. That would be the goal, right? So OUST, man, more than anything, this 8 moving average that I've been talking about for so much, and I've been talking about how bad it is on most stocks, this is what it does when it's your friend. And I know how stupid it sounds when I say stuff like that, right? But for real, I did not sell. I wish I bought more, but whatever. I did not sell. I am so happy I didn't. We've now broken the 50. Tomorrow confirmation matters, but whew, that's a sexy MACD. That's a good RSI. It's a little high for sure. But hey, you know, again, this is a tech sector. NASDAQ's crushing it, right? Like, you know, we'll see what it goes, right? We'll see what it does. Let me just zoom out. Let me see we've lived here for a bit. We've lived in the 70s. It knows how to do that. It's been as high as 90 not that long ago, kind of long ago, less than a year, but yeah, maybe I'm a little biased, right? But, ooh, OUST, baby. Ah, I love it. Look at that weekly, right? I'm telling you, it once, now look, let's be honest. That's a pretty weak break of the 8. I would call this the first break of the 8. But yeah, look at this, just a whole mess of red, 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 right? So, gosh, good stuff happening here. There were some people that wanted me to look at VIRI, so let me talk about VIRI real quick. All right, look, this thing first and foremost. Look at the daily volume. All right, super. Look, I've been positive. I'll be honest with you. I'm holding a little bit here. I'm not holding a lot, all right? But this is a shady stock, right? Whole mess of little ticks on the minute. You do not want to see this, all right? That said, look, there's some interesting things happening right here, right? We're in the middle of a gap fill. This one line that, again, I don't think most people would have seen because there's no reason to draw it on the daily was because of our big weekly, right? So I'm super glad we've done this. It was clearly a 3-week level resistance, right? But this weekly RSI is pretty high, but again, that MACD is looking good. Like it's weird. It's one of those things where I genuinely can't tell if this is going to double up and run to 2, or if this thing's gonna fall and drop to like 80 something, right? Like this is about a 25% loss. This is about a 2x gain, right? That's a decent risk and reward. It's definitely not something I'm willing to lose 25% of my money on, a lot of money, right? But yeah, I'll gamble a little bit of money there to try to double up, right? Like again, like we all play differently, right? So market's a little better than it was in the beginning of the year, so I feel a little more comfortable making those kind of moves, right? But yeah, look, the weekly is a high RSI. The daily, not so much, right? Which is a little interesting. Definitely some cooling happening here on the MACD, but more than anything, it's made a good, decent run. And it's not like I really talk about like the MACD needing to cool off necessarily, but it's not diving down, right? So, again, I can't tell. There's definitely, like I said, a very realistic shot that this will come at least to this like dollar range, which is roughly a 10% loss. Again, the weekly is saying it might come as low as 84, right? If it wanted to turn this green into like a red till about the 8, right? But the 200's not that far away either at this point, right? So this alone is going to become its own little natural resistance right here. But hey, even adding 30 cents is still a decent 30% burger, right? And again, that's a 30 burger to a 10% burger, right? So, yeah, I'm sorry I'm saying burger or whatever. Can you tell I'm in a good mood? Today was a good day. I hope we all made a lot of money, right? Shit, what can I say? But all right, I do have a bunch of viewer requests that I do owe. I'm going to try to throw them in, but yeah, more videos are coming.